Welcome to Sunday Mornings with Enlightenism. I'm Brother Malcolm.
I'm Sister Carolyn.
And we're here today to share some wonderful insights about the power of the mind, the power of imagination,
Yes.
and the ability to change how you think and live when you can accept that the greater power of God exists in you as consciousness. Sister Carolyn is going to get us started today with a wonderful broadcast. She is an Enlightenism practitioner, teacher, workshop facilitator, and a lady on a mission to change how she thinks and lives, and she wants to share some of those wonderful insights that she's using in her life to change how she thinks and live. Sister Carol.
Thank you, Brother Malcolm. This is what I do. I'm Sister Carolyn. I'm an Enlightenism teacher and consciousness practitioner. And what that means to me is about bringing this light into the world all the time. It's not just for when we're doing the broadcast. It is in every aspect of our living. And a lot of times people say, oh, I've changed. One of the things I know about change is you don't have to tell anyone. They can see it because it's witnessed right before their very eyes. One of the things that is so important about Enlightenism is about understanding that you can change the way you think and live. You can unlearn some of those belief patterns that brought you to a place of unhappiness or disgust with the self. It is a place that renders you kind, compassion, understanding, loving, and all of the values that you desire to have in your life. For those who desire to have those values in life. Enlightenism is about creating value in the self and understanding that it comes from the consciousness that we're born with. Brother Malcolm and I say all the time, which is a philosophy of Enlightenism, you were born whole, perfect, and complete, faceless, formless, and colorless. And you have everything within you for the journey. You are not lacking in anything unless there is a belief that you are lacking in something. When I say complete, you are complete within yourself. You are not like anyone else in the world. No one is. We are all unique individuals. And when we understand that, then we don't have to go by the script that was laid out for us by others, no matter who they are. When we're bringing up the passion within ourselves to live from this consciousness that only we can bring into being. No one can tell you how to bring this consciousness but you. You know how you feel and you know what you think. And it is not about telling someone who you are. It is about being the someone that you know you are. When you come from understanding the power that you were born with, and that anything that is not right in your life, that you consider not right in your life, then you can change that. And when you understand that, you don't blame others for what you're thinking and for who you are being. That responsibility is on you. On every broadcast, I say to you, you are whole, perfect and complete, faceless, formless, and colorless, and have everything that you will ever need for the journey. And if you are not knowing that, if you are not believing that, then you are believing something else. And you know what that something else is. There is nothing outside of you that you can take in and hold on to. We hold on to the teachings, and then we get to a point in our lives from the teachings of toxicity about how you have to act, how you have to be, what you have to say. When we run into a point of frustration, a point of anger, that is the point of change. That is the point where you can realize, I am whole, perfect, and complete, faceless, formless, and colorless, and have everything that I'll ever need for the journey. I have the power to change how I think and live. Not someone outside of you, but you have the power to change how you think and live. When you accept the responsibility that you are responsible for the current conditions in your life, and you understand that you have the power to change your beliefs and those patterns that you've built for so long, then you're on the journey to Enlightenism. Every broadcast that Brother Malcolm and I do is about understanding. You can always get on the journey. It is never too late. You are never too old. You are never too tired. You are never too young. It really is about understanding that consciousness that is within you. And honoring that consciousness, we have to trust what we feel. We have to trust how we've brought it into our lives. And we have to trust that we can change the current conditions in our life. Understanding you, not so much about understanding history, politics, society, family matters, education. It is about understanding the consciousness that you bring to everyday living, no matter what that is. It can be something as simple as taking your child to school. It can be something as simple as driving down the street. It can be something as simple as walking into the grocery store to shop. Who are you bringing with you? What consciousness are you about? When something happens outside of you that you don't like, and it changes the whole flow of your thinking, and you attach yourself and run off with that. Enlightenism is not about attachment to the outside. It is about understanding that the consciousness that we were born with is always here, and it is always available. And only we, only the greater I can make it available to you. And that greater I is the consciousness. When you understand, I am greater than the I that I created. Who is the I that you discuss in your everyday life? Who is the I that you bring to the table? Who is the I? The I is the consciousness within. Politics doesn't change your life. Getting a better job, having a bigger house, doesn't really change. That consciousness that understands the value of who you are. That consciousness that you work on each and every day and each and every moment. With Enlightenism, we call this a journey. And it is a journey that you make in life and that you never stop making. It is a journey of Enlightenism and understanding the statement, I am greater than the I that I created. And now it's time for Brother Malcolm. I introduce to you now the speaker and creator of Enlightenism, Brother Malcolm.
Thank you, Sister Carolyn, for that wonderful introduction and for all of the great insights you shared with all of our viewers today.
Absolutely.
Thank all of you for tuning in. Sister Carolyn lit it up, folks, with Enlightenism, a new way to think and live. A new way to think and live. Okay. Thank you, Sister Carolyn, again. I'm Brother Malcolm. I want to share a few insights with you today about the power of the mind, the power of imagination, the power to imagine yourself to be something greater than the person that you are aware of being. I am greater than the person that I am aware of being. I have a power in me that is greater than all of the things in the world that I believe in. This power in me is referred to as God. God is consciousness. God is in you. That means you're part of God, not separated from God. So the question is, ask yourself today, where is God in your life? Where is God? Where does God exist in your life? In the sky or in you? And whatever your answer is based upon the information that you have been taught by others. But when you discover something for yourself, what do you have in you that can change how you think and live? What's in your mind? The ability to imagine something that does not exist. You can imagine it. It does not exist. To break it down to more practical things that you can think about, before there was a computer, it didn't exist. Or an automobile, or an airplane, or other things in technology that did not exist. Where did it come from? Came out of human imagination. We can imagine things greater than what we see in ourselves today. We can imagine something far greater than poverty, being a victim or powerless, accepting what others tell you as being the truth, the certainty of the past. You and I are in the present moment. We live in the present moment where we can do things that others didn't know about hundreds of years ago. We can create something. We can create a new model. We don't have to use the model that has been created for people to live in this country that I'm living in. We don't have to have that same model. We can create a new model and a new awareness of being and a new identity based upon what we can imagine ourselves to be. But it requires more than just daydreaming. Imagination I'm talking about is not daydreaming or wishful thinking or hoping. See, it's like someone praying. You're hoping. Said, I hope the Lord answers my prayer. Not knowing that the answer will come in a way that's best suited for you. But if your mindset is so fixed on the way you want things to be, then you will think that the answer is not what you expected. That's what the power of imagination is about. You can conceptualize something that does not exist in the visible world. Only exists in your mind. It's like an artist. I use this example a lot when I'm speaking to groups of people. I use this example a lot. An artist can conceptualize a painting, and no one knows what the painting is except the artist. And then the artist can tell someone before the work is done, I have this great idea about a painting. But no one sees the painting except it's present in the artist's mind. What does the artist do with the vision? He could let it die. The artist, the true artist, sets about creating that which he sees, that he has imagined, and then doing the work to bring it into the visible world. That's not struggle, folks. There's a difference between struggle and creativity. You're not struggling with creativity. You're creating. In struggle, you're hoping. Placing a burden upon yourself, a weight upon yourself that doesn't necessarily belong on you. The artist then must take what he or she has created and do the work. And the work is coming from within the mind to create it, to bring it into the visible world. There may be periods of frustration where the artist may become frustrated, want to give up. Give up on the idea. Don't believe that it's possible. But the one that endures to the completion is the one that expresses the vision or the power of imagination. And that's what people talk about. That was one of the things that Jesus the Christ talked about. He said, greater things can someone else do than what I'm doing. I'm paraphrasing. Greater things than I am currently doing. Someone else who has the power to imagine him or herself being greater than, then you are able to imagine a greater power. But if you believe that the typewriter and the current computer is all that can be done, then you do not have a greater power to imagine something greater. You're not going to be the one to do it. Someone else is going to do it. And when we recognize that human accomplishments are not the end result, because all of us live today, we can imagine something different. Doesn't mean, some people think, well, you can't imagine yourself being greater than Christ, because Christ is the Son of God. Christ was the one who said it. I didn't say it. If you can imagine yourself in a greater position, but you're not, you're drawing from the same source. There's only one source in the universe, and that's consciousness. It is everywhere. It's everywhere at the same time. Some people call it space. That the real life is in the universe, where space exists and all objects exist in space. So therefore, it simplifies it, it's everywhere. Create a new awareness of being about yourself. Do the work to embody this image in the present moment so you're not hoping for things. Take the time to work on yourself and the vision you have about a new person so that you can say to yourself, I am changing how I think and live. I am working on myself to create a new way to think and live. It's not complicated, but when you downgrade yourself and you devalue yourself to become less than the power in you, then that's when you become victimized by your own beliefs. Yes. You're victimizing yourself. Call it self-victimization.
Yes.
But when you desire to change and move to a new level, I call it the Enlightenism consciousness. colorless, faceless, and formless. And the power is within you. The greater power is within you, and it exists as consciousness. The power of imagination and visualization will bring you great results in your life, but you must believe that you have the power in you to imagine a new person. Imagine a new person today. Use your imagination, no matter how you're feeling about yourself. Use your imagination to imagine yourself free of that problem that you have today. Free of your doubts.
Yes.
And to understand, don't act like a victim when you have power. Only powerless people can be victims. You're not a victim. You have a great power within you. Use the power of imagination to discover this power and create a new way to think and live. I'm Brother Malcolm.
I'm Sister Carolyn.
Thank you for stopping by, folks. We'll be back next week. Have a great day.
Thank you.